Hello, leadership team, and welcome to the second half of 2022 already. We blazed through, obviously, the first half. I say this all the time, but time just seems to pick up speed on us as we get older. So here we are, July 1st. I just wanted to touch base with you, give you a few updates. I haven't sent out a video like this for a while, and I thought it was the right time to do so today. So just want to say, based on the first half of the year, I appreciate everybody's efforts. Lots of wild things we have to maneuver through in today's world. Certainly the business climate and the people climate and the economic climate is not the easiest to maneuver through. And I would say, with all the things that are thrown at us, we had a successful, first half of 2022. It looks like we're going to probably come in about 10% less profitability-wise when you look at White Lake and Highland versus the first half of 2021. But I'm very optimistic and bullish about where we're going here for the second half of 22. You throw in, New Hudson, which obviously we didn't have a first half of 2021, and look at, 2022 as a totality, and I would say it was very successful because that store, I think, is overachieving some of our expectations coming out of the gate. So just want to touch base on, New Hudson, the dealership over there is pretty much wrapped up. We are just wrapping the final stages of the Wagoneer display. So if you guys haven't seen that from the other stores, stop by there. I think the Wagoneer display looks great. We still have to put the flooring in underneath the Wagoneer, but I think that display came out really well. And a couple other minor things. We still have to put up our brand sign out front, which they were out this week as well. So we're still doing a few things over there, but pretty much the construction and everything over there is almost about wrapped up. Certainly in White Lake, things are a train wreck, and we're in the midst of lots of noise, lots of beeps, lots of pounding, and it will all be worth it at the end, but a little bit of ways to go. I talked to our contractor, Rewald, this week, and we're thinking, mid to late October to finish this project up over here at White Lake. So, kind of got to grind it out and bear with it. It'll be here before we know it, and it'll look fantastic when we're done, but we're going to have to arm wrestle with construction here for a few more months. Highland, we've been a train wreck for pretty much the last couple months. We're still not to the finish line yet. Just the bathrooms are about done. We're waiting for some sinks and some countertops over there in the bathroom at the main showroom, which apparently will be done within the next, call it 10 business days. So looking forward to wrapping up that. The furniture for the sales managers should also show up mid-July, so a couple weeks out. And then we'll start getting into at the same time, we'll be getting into the used car department over there and remodeling that. So lots going on between White Lake and Highland, certainly with construction. Toyota, for you guys, just to keep you in the loop, we're redoing that entire dealership and probably breaking ground over there September. So that's just a couple months away. Ford is pretty much set. Kyle has been working hard at the new body shop in New Hudson. We just sent a bill, big payment in to hook up to the water system over there. So that's starting to get in progress. I know Kyle's been working real hard and cleaning that place up and painting it, starting to look a lot better. And our other fun little business, the Golf Cart Shack, Rock and Randy had our biggest month we've ever had over there with 17 golf carts sold in the month of June. So lots of good stuff going on. And again, I just wanted to touch base on the second half. I think, with the 4th of July weekend approaching us here, basically being here, it's a good time to take a step back, reflect, look at, where we have come for the 2022 first half and where we need to go. So time to maybe, I guess, evaluate what is going to be our priorities in the second half. And I think, the world is very tough. There's a lot of, uncertainty, frustrations out there. And I was looking at ways to express how important our culture is. I scream that a lot. I preach it a lot. We preach it a lot. Our Zot family core values are so important. The crazier things get, the more important that type of culture is. And it's easy to lose a little of that energy when things are so uncertain and confusing and frustrating. And certainly we had a lot of ups and downs in the first half. We battled through some illnesses, some injuries, certainly some crazy customers, high expectations, low inventories, can't get parts, gas prices, the list goes on and on and on. And we're going to have a lot more of that, I think, in the second half. And I wanted to read you something, so bear with me, that Matt Dela Cruz, one of my favorite, I call him a mentor, really, because I read his stuff so much that it really affects how I think and how I go about my day-to-day, plans. And so this is what Matt wrote this morning. I can't see, so I'm reading it off my screen. I want to read it to everybody here. And it says, navigating through change. And I thought he worded this, it was kind of like these are the words that are in my brain. So I just thought this was perfect just to read. But navigating through change, during the time of uncertainty, it's time to be certain and start making decisions. The question is, are you going to be influenced by all the doom and gloom? Or are you going to take advantage of the opportunities for growth that's out there personally and professionally? Yes, interest rates are going up, gas prices are going up, food prices are going up, and inflation is on the rise. So what? We are all in this big game of life together. It's how you play the game that matters. What's your game plan for the second half of this year? I know it's hard for most people to see the positives in the current environment, but there's a lot of positives. You ask, what are they? Well, this is Matt speaking again. I look at it as an opportunity because half of the people are going to retreat to the sidelines and sit on the bench until things get better and play not to lose rather than playing to win, right? So if you really, I'm not reading his stuff anymore, I'm talking to you now, but if you really analyze that last sentence where it says that he looks at it as an opportunity because half the people are going to retreat and be on the sidelines and sit on the bench until things get better and play not to lose. I think that's the biggest advantage we can have right now, right? Play to win. There's so many people that are going to be retreating. And so the competition should be less fierce. People are hesitant. People are scared. And if you really go after it every day to win, I think it's going to be a fantastic second half, but you got to have that mindset. He goes on to say, remember, we tend to always take the path of least resistance. The things that are easy to do are now easier not to do. We go into a scarcity mindset instead of a growth mindset. We look at recession instead of opportunity. One thing I learned in my life over the years is to do the opposite of what everyone else is, and you will be successful. Be the shepherd, not the sheep. Have this mindset every day and watch how you will win. And then he goes on with a list. Play to win, refuse to lose, stay hungry, be hungry, have a game plan, and live today as if it's your last. And then I added, just remember our Zot family pride core values, how important and motivational it is. Matt goes on to say, make sure you live with passion, live intentionally, and play to win. So that's probably about it for this update. I wanted to keep it short. I wanted to keep it sweet, but, some good advice from Matt Dela Cruz going into the second half of 2022. I appreciate you guys. I talk to everybody a lot. Like I said, there's a lot of frustrations. It's very easy to get knocked off course. Just don't let the doom and gloom creep into our culture, I guess is the best way to summarize. And remember that, I was reading something from a very successful friend of mine he posted on TikTok, as a matter of fact. And he's very successfully started a company called Which, and it's WHICH and then WICH. So Which Sandwich, basically. And it's kind of a spin-off of Subway, but a little more user-friendly, and it's really big in the South. Anyway, it's all over the world now, and he's just killing it. But, he's the CEO, but he calls himself the CVO. So he claims that he is the Chief Vibe Officer, which I think is pretty creative as far as where we're at today, right? As leaders, you guys are setting the vibe, you're setting the pace, you're setting the energy. Is doom and gloom going to creep into our culture? We're the front line to set the tone for the rest of the team here. So take that into heart. I appreciate you guys. I know we have a lot of struggles and battles every day, but we also have a lot of wins and successes. And the first half of the year, I would mark the checkbox of success. So let's do the same thing in the second half. We're going to have a lot of ups and a lot of downs, but make sure you're the CVO of your department. And come Tuesday morning, let's come in with energy, a great vibe, optimism, and all the things that bring energy to business, because that's what people want to do. They want to do business with people that they like, respect, and have a bunch of passion. So whether that's sales, service, parts, collision, doesn't really matter. People want to do business with the people they like. So anyway, happy 4th of July weekend. I hope you appreciate the update. Be safe. Have fun. Don't be hungover on Tuesday morning. And we'll see you on Tuesday, and we'll start the second half. Thanks again. Happy 4th of July.